Welcome, Sagittarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your September general reading. I want to thank all of you who have supported me in all the ways that you do by liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, donating to my channel. It is greatly and deeply appreciated. So let's get started, Sagittarius, with your overall energy for the month of September, the Eight of Cups. This shows you to be outgrowing a familiar situation, one in which you've invested a lot of your emotional resources, one in which you have brought comfort, sought comfort, and are now recognizing that the circle that you're around is no longer fulfilling your need for greater meaning. So you are moving away and you are in search of greater significance, greater meaning in your life at this time. The 10th house, where others see you, is the Three of Wands. And this is indicating that indeed you feel fairly grounded in your area of knowledge, expertise, confidence, ability, and you are eager to grow and expand by searching into new unfamiliar terrains and making contacts, asking questions, getting answers, receiving information from others as a result of your first testing efforts. So this is you beginning a new, very successful journey that employs your skills, your creativity, and your desire to build a thriving, successful business. In the first house, the Hanged Man is indicating that your perspective right now is very much being shaped by your desire to change the way that you think about things, change your perspective, recognizing that the former way of understanding your actions and needs is no longer adequate to the opportunities before you. In order to grow in new and unfamiliar ways, you are aware that you must adjust your thoughts so that you can create the reality that you desire. And in the fourth house, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Your domestic environment is benefiting from your desire to rebuild it, build it afresh, to find new levels of security and stability, and to be inventive and expansive in order to broaden your base and your foundation of security. This is first and foremost to provide you with a sense of protection as you move out into new uncharted territories. And in your seventh house, the house of your significant others, the Ten of Wands is indicating that you have invested pretty much everything into your current relationships. This is including the relationship with yourself, which you have gained and mined for as much knowledge, maturity, wisdom, and growth as possible. You have explored and thoroughly invested in all of the ways that you understood your responsibilities to lie, and you are done and completed with the task of fulfilling the expectations of others. Those are now released from your awareness, from your desire, and you are thoroughly exhausted and greatly in need of this respite that you are attempting to give yourself, that respite that allows you to rethink the way you understand your reality and the way you're structuring your desires. The Hanged Man in the first house is clarified by the Tower in the second house and the Queen of Swords in the third house. I'm loving the Tower these days. The Tower's really letting us know that you are perceiving unexpected events, situations, changes in your environment with the ability to extract new information. You're very aware that the events that are occurring now are leading you in the direction of your best changes. They're exposing you to new insights, new truths, and new opportunities to communicate, listen, and share information. The Knight of Pentacles in the fourth house is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles in the fifth house and the King of Pentacles in the sixth house. So you are actually in a period of really assessing the way in which your relationships are structured, so that where you have understood your responsibility to be meeting the expectations and needs of others, caretaking, making sure that everyone's needs are seen, heard, you are now recognizing that you must make space in your life to receive the same kinds of support and attention and care and nurturance that you provide to others. This is you possibly being in a position to recognize the abundance in your life and the ways in which you can share that or redistribute that among others. But it is as much about this ability to make space in your life to receive the benefits of your work. And you have worked, you have become a master of creating your reality, an abundant reality, a stable and secure reality. That is where your attention is at this time, where your greatest need is to be stable, to be secure, so that you are moving out into new and unfamiliar terrain on a sure footing. The Ten of Wands in the seventh house is clarified by the Nine of Wands in the eighth house and the Lovers in the ninth house. A lot of hard work, Sagittarius. This is in some ways not uncharacteristic of you, very hardworking, enthusiastic, determined sign, but it is uncharacteristic of the way in which you are often perceived. You have been investing wholeheartedly into the journey that you are now completing, you are now wrapping up, and this journey is very much about your relationships. For someone who is comfortable alone, you are learning to truly develop equal relationships, equal partnerships, ones in which you feel secure enough to communicate in, to work through the difficulties. And this is netting you an opportunity to make a choice about a decision about an opportunity that is appearing to you from outside of your familiar, comfortable environment. This is through an educational opportunity, through a spiritual or religious organization. You are practiced at this time in discriminating between easy gratification and long-term benefit. The work that you've done to elevate your personal relationship with your higher self is netting you this awareness that you need to be making room to receive. And this has been difficult for you. It has been difficult for you to allow yourself to be vulnerable, even with yourself. And this is part of the opportunities that you're receiving at this time, really relinquishing a very difficult past in which you perhaps see that the relationship was not balanced or harmonious, and you always left to find the new adventure. At this point, you are now choosing yourself, choosing what feeds you, what fuels you, what nurtures you, and what motivates you to be successful. The Three of Wands in the 10th house is clarified by the Seven of Cups in the 11th house and the Four of Wands in the 12th house. So there is an overwhelming amount of options and choices for you coming from outside of your familiar world, and you have kept yourself fairly grounded in a place of safety as you've been exploring these deeper dimensions of your own dynamics, your own relationship with yourself, your own relationship with others who you hold dear. This is overwhelming the possibilities that you now see, the ways in which you are learning to enjoy your various relationships on their own terms. So you know people throughout that fit into various and diverse camps, but you're really assessing right now the ways in which people, your intimates, those you trust, those you love, can come into agreement, a celebration of your community of support, your cultural and emotional foundation that you are building as a result of the lessons that you're learning right now. This is a wish fulfillment. Something you've always wanted is being manifested. It's on the verge. You're very close and you're very exhausted. So this is encouraging you, as many signs and symbols are, as you are in a unique alignment with your highest goals, to persevere, to keep going, but to make sure that you privilege that relationship of care, nurturance, and attention to your own needs and your own reactive patterns of behavior. Because the universe is giving you the information you need to make the changes you want to make. I'm going to finish this up, Sagittarius, with a botanical inspiration. And I have pulled the Morning Glory. And the key words are affection and determination. Alan Watts says, "The morning glory, which blooms for a day, differs not at heart from the giant pine that lives for 1,000 years." I'm going to leave it here, Sagittarius. I hope this is helpful. Thank you for the beautiful reading. Until next time, Namaste.